Hello students, good morning. So today we are going to study the two poems of Robert Frost. First one is Dust of Snow and the second one is Fire and Ice. So we would like to start this video with the first poem, Dust of Snow. So now students, I am going to recite the first stanza of this poem. It is a very interesting poem of Robert Frost. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Students, the poem is set in a scene where the poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a tree, a hemlock tree. A hemlock, students, we can say a poisonous tree with small white flowers. As he passes by, a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. Whether it falls on his head or shoulder is unknown, as there is no specific mention in this poem. Also, the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action, whether the crow was landing, shivering with cold, or readjusting itself on a branch or taking off. Confirmably, we can't say about the action of the bird. It happened to send some particles of snow upon the author. It is throwing some particles of snow dust on the author. Here, the two agents of nature, the hemlock tree and the crow, are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the opening scene. If we go towards the second stanza, it is saying that has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Students, rued means held in regret, पश्चाताप में किसी को रखा जाना. Students, for reasons unknown, the author was having a terrible day without any reason, but the falling of the snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. When the snow falls on his head, that gets changed to his mind. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of the day it was saved by the crow and the hemlock tree as well. Generally, hemlock tree and the crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. Sometimes, friends, we say that some superstitions are there that don't do these things, your day will go bad. But here, the poet references the action of the crow in a positive way. One must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. In this poem, we find the same things. So students, so this was the complete clearance of this poem, Dust of Snow, whatever the poet wanted to say. Students, actually if we try to explain in a brief summary, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि एक बार ऑथर जो रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट होते हैं वो कहीं रास्ते से गुजर रहे होते हैं. अचानक वो हेमलॉक ट्री के पास से जाते हैं और उसके नीचे होते हैं वो. तभी एक कौवा उस हेमलॉक ट्री पर आकर बैठता है और ब्रांचेस को हिलाकर झकझोर देता है. तो होता क्या है, कुछ डस्ट जो स्नो के होते हैं वो आकर के उनके ऊपर गिर जाता है. स्टूडेंट्स, पोएट ये कहते हैं कि उससे पहले उनका मूड काफी खराब होता है, लेकिन जैसे ही वो बर्फ के डस्ट उनके ऊपर आके गिरते हैं, ये कंफर्म नहीं है कि वो उनके हेड पर गिरता है कि शोल्डर पर गिरता है. ये भी कंफर्म नहीं कहा जाता है कि कौवा बैठता है कि उड़ता है, क्या करता है. पोएम में ये डिस्क्रिप्शन नहीं ऐसा है. बट जैसे ही वो ऐसा होता है, पोएट का मूड अचानक चेंज हो जाता है. तो एक आइडिया उनके माइंड में आता है कि हमें अंधविश्वास पर विश्वास नहीं करना चाहिए. कुछ निगेटिव चीजें भी हमें पॉजिटिव चीजों की तरफ ले जाती हैं, क्योंकि गॉड ने हमको कोई चीजें ब्लेस किया हुआ है, हमें उसे पॉजिटिव वे में लेना चाहिए. So friends, this was the poem Dust of Snow. Now we would like to head ourselves towards the Fire and Ice. So I would like to recite the first stanza before you. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Students, the poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways. ये पोयम दो आइडिया बताता है जो कहता है कि संसार दो तरीके से समाप्त हो सकता है. हाउ लेट अस सी. Either by ice or fire. One group is of the opinion that someday the Earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire destroying in the Earth's surface. On the other hand, the second group says that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on Earth impossible, it would have some catastrophic effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions, or desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fairy desires, he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. Actually, the poet wants to come in the favor of fire that can damage or disturb the whole earth. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and the consequences of unmonitored longing is chaos. थोड़ा सा इसमें कुछ confusion का मैटर आता है कि what will be the real effect of doing this kind of action. Students, if we advance ourselves toward the second stanza, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Students, perish means बोलते हैं die and suffice already given here, be sufficient. Then by not waiving first opinion of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. बर्फ भी उतना ही भागीदार होगा धरती को समाप्त करने में. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has a potential for inner destructions. Though slow and steady, it is slow and steady. Wherever the snow tries to destruct the earth, it becomes slow and steady. It has the same effect that desire has on us. So if given an option between fire and ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the world. Students, if we take a short summary, रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की कविता फायर एंड आइस एक मजबूत प्रतीकात्मक कविता है जहां आग का उपयोग इच्छा और बर्फ की भावना के रूप में किया जाता है जो घृणा की भावना है. उन्होंने दो समूहों के विचार का उपयोग किया है जिनके पास दुनिया के अंत के लिए अपनी स्वयं की संभावित व्याख्या है. एक राय है कि अकेले आग पृथ्वी पर जीवन की प्रत्येक संभावना को नष्ट कर सकती है, जबकि दूसरा सोचता है कि यदि अत्यधिक कम तापमान के परिणाम स्वरूप बर्फ पृथ्वी की सतह को कवर कर सकती है तो यह दुनिया को अंत में ले जाएगी. दोनों घटकों की तुलना आत्म विनाशकारी मानवीय भावनाओं से की जाती है, इच्छा और घृणा. कवि मूल रूप से इस राय का है कि वह उग्र इच्छाओं के साथ बहुत निकटता से जुड़ा हुआ है और इसे मानव के विनाश के कगार पर लाने में सक्षम मानता है. इस प्रकार वह आग को विनाश के लिए अधिक सक्षम मानता है, लेकिन फिर वह सोचता है कि बर्फीले घृणा, जिसे घृणा के रूप में देखा गया बर्फ को, इंसानों को बर्बाद करने में सक्षम है, हालांकि धीरे धीरे और लगातार. इसलिए यदि पृथ्वी को 2 बार समाप्त होना हो तो बर्फ आग के समान ही अच्छा होगा. अगर आग तेजी से नष्ट होती है तो बर्फ से सिल्ट की क्षति हो जाती है जो ऊपरी हिस्सा होता है. इसी तरह अगर आग शुद्ध जुनून है तो बर्फ शुद्ध कारण है. इस प्रकार कविता बहुत ही कलात्मक रूप से उस दर्शन को कमजोर कर देती है जिसे हम अपनी भावनाओं को नियंत्रित करने देते हैं. So students, this is the clear explanation of the fire and ice. So you need to attempt the thinking about the poem of both poem. Questions are here in first poem Dust of Snow, 3 questions, and the same way the fire and the ice includes 3 questions with it. See you next video with new interesting topics.